story, and it's a big one. For over 3 years now, one case has dominated the politics of the national capital. The Delhi excise policy case, which saw the former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and his deputy Manish Sisodia, along with several Aam Aadmi Party leaders, being sent to jail on charges of corruption. Well, today, a lower court in Delhi discharged Kejriwal, Sisodia, and had stinging words in their order for the Central Bureau of Investigation, which they said had run a shoddy investigation. Predictably, a tearful Kejriwal has claimed victory, even as the Congress alleges that there is a deal between the Modi government and Kejriwal. Whichever way you look at it, central agencies are once again in the crosshairs, being accused of being weaponized by the government to target political opponents. It's our top story tonight.
केजरीवाल जज नहीं है।
कोर्ट के ऑर्डर के बाद ये साबित हो गया देश के सामने, केजरीवाल कट्टर ईमानदार है।
From tears in custody to tears of relief. From being branded the alleged conspirators of a multi-crore liquor scam to walking out of court discharged. A dramatic collapse in one of the most politically explosive cases in recent memory. A special court at Delhi's Rouse Avenue has discharged former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia and 20 others, dismantling the CBI's case point by point. No evidence of manipulation in policy formulation. Serious allegations lack material proof. The claim that Kejriwal was a central conspirator cannot be sustained. He appears to have been implicated largely because he was Chief Minister and party leader. A warning too that public confidence suffers when prosecutions proceed without solid proof. On Manish Sisodia, the findings are equally blunt. Prosecution case fails judicial scrutiny. No criminal intent established. The overarching conspiracy theory lacks force. Contradictions run through the prosecution narrative. No evidence against him in his capacity as minister. The court did not stop there. It questioned the very architecture of the investigation. A case built on conjecture and speculative constructs. Facts arranged to fit a predetermined conclusion. A narrative resting on fragmented circumstances. A methodology that risks investigative overreach. In effect, the prosecution collapses under its own weight. Kejriwal calls it vindication and alleges a sustained political witch hunt using central agencies.
मैं उनको कहना चाहता हूं प्रधानमंत्री जी, केवल सत्ता की जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की और अमित शाह जी की सत्ता की हवस है, ये उसका नतीजा है जो ये षड्यंत्र रचा गया।
सारा षड्यंत्र मोदी जी ने चुनाव के लिए तो किया था, अपनी राजनीति को बचाए रखने के लिए और चुनाव जीतने के लिए। आज आप दिल्ली का चुनाव करा लीजिए, आज केजरीवाल 70 में से 70 सीटें लेके आएंगे, क्योंकि केजरीवाल को दिल्ली की जनता एक अलग लेवल पे अपना मानती है। उनका केजरीवाल, दिल्ली की जनता का केजरीवाल आज कोर्ट सर्टिफाइड कट्टर ईमानदार साबित होकर निकला है।
The BJP counters sharply, insisting the legal battle is not over yet.
ये अभी लोअर कोर्ट का डिसीजन या उनकी सेइंग्स हो सकती है। आज जितने घड़ियाली आंसू वो दिखा रहे हैं, ईमानदारी की, कट्टर ईमानदारी की बातें कर रहे हैं, तो मैं उनसे कुछ प्रश्न पूछना चाहती हूँ। अगर वो सही थे तो क्यों जैसे ही जांच शुरू हुई तो उन्होंने अपनी ये लीकर पॉलिसी को विड्रॉ कर लिया?
And that brings us to the larger question. For years, the narrative was thunderous. Scam, conspiracy, kingpins. But in a court, volume does not matter. Evidence does. A judge has now said the case could not withstand judicial scrutiny. For Kejriwal, it is a political oxygen. For the CBI, uncomfortable scrutiny. And for Indian democracy, a sobering reminder. State power can prosecute. Only proof can convict. With Shrishti Ojha, Ashutosh Mishra and Ashwarya Paliwal, Bureau Report, India Today.
And my first guest is a very special one. Manish Sisodia, former Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, joins us. Manish Sisodia, this is a big day for you. You spent more than 500 days in jail. It's a big day for Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party. Arvind Kejriwal became very tearful, भावुक हुए जब वो कोर्ट के बाहर आए. Are you feeling the same way? आप भी बहुत इमोशनल हुए हैं. किस तरह से आप देखते हैं जब आपको वो जज की ऑर्डर मिली कि यू आर डिस्चार्ज फ्रॉम द दिल्ली लिकर पॉलिसी केस?
बिल्कुल राजदीप, हम लोगों ने इसी संकल्प के साथ राजनीति शुरू की थी, राजनीतिक जीवन शुरू किया था कि ईमानदारी से राजनीति करेंगे, शिक्षा पे, स्वास्थ्य पे राजनीति करेंगे. और ये बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट और पेनफुल था हमारे लिए कि हमें चोर कहा जा रहा था, हमको किंग पिन जैसे शब्द यूज किए जा रहे थे, कॉन्स्पिरेटर कहा जा रहा था, चीफ कॉन्स्पिरेटर कहा जा रहा था. और ये मैं आपको ईमानदारी से बताऊं तो ये सारे शब्द जब मैं प्रोसिक्यूशन की तरफ से सुनता था तो कान में एकदम गर्म पिघलते हुए लोहे की तरह पड़ते थे. मुझे लगता था यार पूरा जीवन ईमानदारी की राजनीति के लिए दिया है, ये सब क्यों सुनना पड़ रहा है. पर ठीक है, जिस लड़ाई पे, जिस रास्ते पे हम चले थे उसमें ये सब भी रास्ते हैं उसमें जाने के, उस पर चलने के, ये सब भी देखने की जरूरत पड़ती है. पर वेरी इमोशनल डे फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. और कहीं ना कहीं एक और कमिटमेंट कि मोदी जी जितनी तानाशाही कर लें, मोदी जी जितना दुरुपयोग कर लें एजेंसीज का, इस देश का संविधान हमारी रक्षा करेगा. और मोदी जी भगवान नहीं है, भगवान हमारी रक्षा करेगा, ईमानदार रहेंगे तो.
You spent 530 days and more in jail. Do you feel today in a way कि who is to be held accountable? जवाबदेही कैसी? जब कोर्ट कहता है that the case has collapsed, that there is no evidence of your involvement, but you spent 530 days, यानी almost 2 years of your life, 1.5 years of your life in jail. टुडे क्या आपको लगता है किसकी जवाबदेही है? सीबीआई की, सेंटर की, किसकी?
राजदीप, पिछले 3 साल खासतौर से बहुत घुटन में बिताए हैं. ठीक है, हम राजनीति में हैं, हम साहस के साथ लड़ते हैं, हम हिम्मत से लड़ते हैं, लेकिन हम भी इंसान हैं. 3 साल मैंने, मेरी वाइफ ने, मेरे बेटे ने, हमने बहुत घुटन के साथ निभाए, क्योंकि उन्होंने ताने सहे हैं लोगों के कि तुम्हारा बाप शिक्षा के बारे में बात करता है, उसके ऊपर तो आरोप लगे हुए हैं. तो ये घुटन कहीं ना कहीं अंदर से तो कचोटती थी. आज वो सब कुछ धुला हुआ महसूस हो रहा है, आज वो सब कुछ साफ सुथरा महसूस हो रहा है, एक कॉन्फिडेंस महसूस हो रहा है कि नहीं, आप लड़ते रहो, देश के लिए लड़ेंगे. दूसरा, कौन अकाउंटेबल है इसके लिए? 3 साल पहले मोदी जी ने इसलिए एक कॉन्स्पिरेसी रची कि अरविंद केजरीवाल को वो काम की राजनीति में चुनाव में नहीं हरा पा रहे थे. 2013 में, 2015 में, 2020 में लगातार अरविंद केजरीवाल की ईमानदार और काम करने वाली की छवि के आगे मोदी जी हार जा रहे थे दिल्ली में. इसलिए पूरे 3-4 साल में कॉन्स्पिरेसी रची गई कि केजरीवाल भ्रष्टाचारी है, केजरीवाल के मंत्री भ्रष्टाचारी हैं, जेल में डाल दिया गया बिना सबूत. आज वही बात हुई, कोर्ट ने कहा भाई सबूत नहीं है, तुम किसी को कैसे जेल में डाल सकते हो, कैसे किसी को मुकदमा चला सकते हो. ये तो इस तरह की कहानी है जिसपे मुकदमा तक नहीं चलाया जा सकता. आज ऑनरेबल कोर्ट ने यही प्रूफ किया है.
But BJP says that you have been discharged, not acquitted. The CBI will take this to the higher court. मामला चलता रहेगा. और रेखा गुप्ता क्या कहना है? आप लोग बिल्कुल निर्दोष हैं, then why did you cancel the liquor policy? उनका कहना है अभी तक court has not acquitted you, they have discharged you. ये लाइन बीजेपी ले रही है, क्या कहेंगे उनको?
राजदीप, ये लोग अपने आप को संविधान से ऊपर मानते हैं, भगवान से ऊपर मानते हैं. मैं इनको यही कहूंगा कि इस देश को संविधान चलाता है, बीजेपी की बुद्धि नहीं चलाती है. नरेंद्र मोदी जी की कॉन्स्पिरेसी वाले जो षड्यंत्र करने की उनकी राजनीति है, उससे देश नहीं चलता है, देश संविधान से चलता है. आज जब कोर्ट ने कहा कि आपके आरोप, सीबीआई के यानी बीजेपी के आरोप मुकदमा चलाने लायक भी नहीं है, इस कहानी में इतना भी दम नहीं है कि इन अक्यूज पे मुकदमा चलाया जा सके. ना सिर्फ निर्दोष हैं, बल्कि ट्रायल करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. और आपको याद होगा, ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मेरी बेल एप्लीकेशन की हियरिंग के दौरान कहा था कि अभी हम बेल की सुनवाई कर रहे हैं, ट्रायल की नहीं कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जिस तरह के फैक्ट्स आप लोग लेके आए हो, ये 2 क्वेश्चन नहीं झेल पाएगा ट्रायल कोर्ट में. 2 क्वेश्चन में फ्लैट हो जाएगा आपका सारा केस. ये ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट की टिप्पणी थी और उसके बाद सारे अखबारों में छपा था. तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट से लेकर आज लोअर कोर्ट तक ने सबने कह दिया है कि भाई इस केस में कोई दम नहीं था, फर्जी मनोहर कहानियां मोदी जी ने सीबीआई और ईडी से लिखवाई थी, उनकी कलम से एक फर्जी कहानी लिखवाई थी जिसको आज ऑनरेबल कोर्ट की कलम ने खारिज कर दिया। बोले बकवास है, फर्जी है, झूठ है, षड्यंत्र है ये इसके खिलाफ, केजरीवाल जी के खिलाफ।
नहीं, लेकिन मनीष जी वही कांग्रेस इज सेइंग ये डील है, देयर इज अ डील बिटवीन आप एंड द बीजेपी, देयर आर इलेक्शंस इन पंजाब, गुजरात, उत्तराखंड, दैट द बीजेपी वांट्स आप टू ग्रो टू डिवाइड द कांग्रेस वोट। कांग्रेस जो आपकी सहयोगी थी 2 साल पहले ड्यूरिंग जनरल इलेक्शन इज सेइंग दिस टुडे दैट देयर इज अ डील बिटवीन द आप एंड बीजेपी। व्हाट विल यू से टू द कांग्रेस देन?
देखिए, मैं तो कांग्रेस से पूछना चाहूंगा कि भाई गुजरात में आम आदमी पार्टी तो चंद वर्षों से गई है, आप 30 साल से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को नहीं हरा पा रहे, उसकी जिम्मेदार आम आदमी पार्टी तो नहीं है। आप असम में चुनाव होने वाले हैं, आपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पूरा असम सौंप रखा है, उसकी जिम्मेदार आम आदमी पार्टी तो नहीं है। आपने देश के इतने सारे राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वॉकओवर दे दे के पूरा देश सौंप रखा है। आज अगर नरेंद्र मोदी जी नौकरियों से लेके बिजनेस तक, राष्ट्रीय से लेके अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर भारत को बदनाम कर रहे हैं, भारत की जो स्थिति हो गई है नरेंद्र मोदी जी की वजह से, उसकी जिम्मेदार कहीं ना कहीं कांग्रेस भी है, और आज से नहीं है, वर्षों से है। आज कांग्रेस किस मुंह से हमको बात कर रही है? गुजरात में हम कांग्रेस को जीतने से रोक रहे हैं, या ये लोग बीजेपी को जितवा रहे हैं? वहां पे इनके बस की है नहीं कुछ, इन्होंने कुछ किया नहीं, और उसके बाद में हमारे ऊपर आरोप लगाने चले हैं, नहीं ये बीजेपी को वॉकओवर दे रहे हैं। अरे भाई, हमने कब से दिया? हम तो थोड़े साल पुरानी पार्टी हैं, आप ही ने बीजेपी को खड़ा किया है, आप ही की वजह से बीजेपी को वॉकओवर मिला है।
But do you feel that this is a turning point? क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी came to power on an anti-corruption plan. Arvind Kejriwal kept saying, "Kattar Imandar, we will change the politics." Then the liquor scam changed the image of Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party, and you lost power in Delhi. क्या आपको वाकई लगता है टर्निंग पॉइंट है कि अभी भी आपके सामने बहुत बड़ी लड़ाई है टू चेंज परसेप्शन? क्योंकि कई लोग समझेंगे कुछ ना कुछ तो हुआ होगा। व्हाट विल यू टेल पीपल नाउ? क्या आपको कॉन्फिडेंट है कि आम आदमी पार्टी अब प्रिंसिपल ऑपोजिशन बन सकती है बीजेपी के लिए?
देखिए, हमारा लक्ष्य आम आदमी पार्टी या कांग्रेस या बीजेपी के इश्यूज है ही नहीं। हमारे लिए तो देश इंपॉर्टेंट है, देश प्रिंसिपल है। देश को स्कूल चाहिए, मोदी जी स्कूलों की बात नहीं करते। देश को अस्पताल चाहिए, मोदी जी अस्पतालों की बात नहीं करते। देश को नौकरियां चाहिए, मोदी जी नौकरियों की बात नहीं करते। देश को व्यापार को ग्रोथ के लिए मौके चाहिए, मोदी जी उसकी बात नहीं करते, बल्कि उनकी वजह से देश के अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यापार में जितना नुकसान हो रहा है मोदी जी की वजह से, तो हमें देश प्राथमिकता में। आम आदमी पार्टी सत्ता में रहे, अपोजिशन में रहे, कहां रहे, कैसे रहे, हमें तो देश चाहिए। देश में अच्छे स्कूल चाहिए, मोदी जी बनवा दें। मोदी जी काम ही नहीं करते स्कूलों पे, अस्पतालों पे काम नहीं करते, मोदी जी नौकरियों पे काम नहीं करते। तो ऐसे में आम आदमी पार्टी से ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट ये सवाल है कि मोदी जी की सीबीआई और ईडी के जरिए चलने वाली राजनीति, उस पर विराम लगाने का समय आ गया है। देश जान चुका है कि सीबीआई और ईडी के जरिए पत्रकारों को अंदर करना, सामाजिक कार्यकर्ताओं को अंदर करना, नेताओं को अंदर करते रहना और फिर चुनाव जीतना। आज आप दिल्ली, ये सारी स्क्रिप्ट किस लिए लिखी गई? ये सारी स्क्रिप्ट लिखी इसलिए गई कि दिल्ली के चुनाव केजरीवाल जी को हराया जा सके। काम की वजह से नहीं हरा सकते तो बेईमान कह के उनको जेल में डाल दो, उनको कमजोर करो। ठीक है, आज आप चुनाव करा लीजिए दिल्ली में।
No, so why doesn't the opposition? No, so why doesn't the opposition unite?
केजरीवाल जी को देगी, क्योंकि आज
Why doesn't the opposition unite then? अगर मनीष सिसोदिया आपको लगता है कि
मुद्दे उठाना हमारा काम है, प्लीज गो अहेड।
जी, नहीं, अगर आपको लगता है कि नरेंद्र मोदी इज टारगेटिंग द ऑपोजिशन, वेपनाइजिंग एजेंसीज, व्हाई डोंट यू ऑल कम टुगेदर? वो तो होता नहीं है। यू ऑल हैव ऑल योर इंटरनल डिफरेंसेस आल्सो। डू यू बिलीव दैट एनीथिंग विल रियली चेंज? कि केवल
हमारी प्रॉब्लम राजदीप,
मोदी जी,
हमारी प्रॉब्लम यह नहीं है कि नरेंद्र मोदी अपोजिशन को टारगेट कर रहे हैं। हमारी प्रॉब्लम यह है कि नरेंद्र मोदी देश में स्कूलों पे बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, देश में अस्पतालों पे बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। नरेंद्र मोदी जी उस पर क्यों नहीं बात करते? वो जाति धर्म की लड़ाई लड़ने लगते हैं, कभी केजरीवाल को कट्टर बेईमान कहते हैं, राजनीतिक रैलियों से लेकर संसद तक में खड़े होके। नरेंद्र मोदी जी बताएं ना कि प्रधानमंत्री रहते हुए उन्होंने स्कूलों पे क्या किया और वो क्या करना चाहते हैं, देश के तरक्की के लिए, देश की शानदार एजुकेशन के लिए नरेंद्र मोदी जी का रोड मैप क्या है, कहां उन्होंने स्कूल बनवाए, गुजरात से लेके पूरे देश तक में उनको मौका मिला है। हमारी प्रॉब्लम यह है, अपोजिशन यूनाइट होगा या नहीं होगा, हम उसके लिए थोड़ी लड़ रहे हैं। हम तो इसके लिए लड़ रहे हैं कि इस देश में स्कूल चाहिए और देश के प्रधानमंत्री को, हर मुख्यमंत्री को चाहिए कि स्कूल पे काम करे वो।
I want to ask you at the end a personal question. I know your wife was very unwell while you were in jail, and that must have been a very difficult moment also for you. Today, in a sense, as I said at the outset, it's emotional. But do you believe कि ये देश में process is the punishment? कि जब तक आप बरी नहीं होते, आपको लगातार कोर्ट कचहरी जाना पड़ता है. Today, do you feel that was it worth it or not? क्या आपको लगता है कि राजनीति में आना सही चीज थी? फैमिली आपकी एक तरह से उनको इतनी तकलीफ हुई. Do you feel it was worth it or not?
नहीं, तकलीफ हुई उनको पिछले 3 साल, जैसा मैंने कहा कि आज ही के दिन मुझे 26 फरवरी 2023 को गिरफ्तार किया था इन लोगों ने और 27 फरवरी को कोर्ट में ले जाके कहा था यह आदमी चोर है। और आज 27 फरवरी के ही दिन 3 साल बाद उसी कोर्ट में उसी जगह खड़े होकर मुझे सुनने को मिला कि आप निर्दोष हैं, आपके ऊपर तो मुकदमा ही नहीं बनता। मेरी वाइफ के लिए विशेष रूप से, क्योंकि वो बीमार रहती हैं, संभाव उनके लिए बहुत टफ टाइम था। मेरे बेटे के लिए, जस्ट कॉलेज एंटरिंग बेटे के लिए, जो हॉस्टल में अकेला बैठ के अपने कमरे में रोता रहा है, उसके लिए बहुत इमोशनल मोमेंट था। वो मेरे से मिल भी नहीं पाता था। वो सब ट्रॉमा झेला है, बट अल्टीमेटली देश के लिए काम करना है तो उसकी एक कॉस्ट तो हम सबको चुकानी पड़ेगी। ऐसी चुकानी पड़ेगी ये हमने भी नहीं सोचा था। सैक्रिफाइस करने के लिए हम सब तैयार हैं, लेकिन आज का जजमेंट हम सब लोगों को एक नई ऊर्जा से भर रहा है कि नहीं, आप लड़ते रहिए। आप जब जब अच्छा करेंगे, ईमानदारी से काम करेंगे, तो देश का संविधान, देश के लोग, अच्छे लोग आपको बचाने के लिए हमेशा आगे आएंगे।
One final question. How will this change the आम आदमी पार्टी? क्योंकि आपके विरोधी जो आपको छोड़ भी गए हैं, जो आपके साथ थे, वो कहते हैं आम आदमी पार्टी had become a one man show, डिक्टेटोरियल था। ये जो करप्शन के एलिगेशंस के बाद विश्वास उठा था। How will आप भी थोड़ा कोर्स करेक्शन करेंगे या नहीं? कोई कोर्स करेक्शन करने की आपको जरूरत नहीं लगती?
नहीं, कोर्स करेक्शन तो राजदीप जी हर दिन होता है। कल मैंने जिस तरह से अपने कार्यकर्ताओं को डील किया या उनको ट्रेन किया या उनके साथ काम किया, मुझे आज रोज उससे चेंज करने की जरूरत है, इम्प्रोवाइज करने की जरूरत है। तो मैं कभी नहीं कह सकता कि कुछ भी इम्प्रोवाइज करने की जरूरत नहीं है कभी भी। वी आर परफेक्ट, वी आर एब्सोल्युटली परफेक्ट, नो। हम सब में कुछ ना कुछ कमियां रहती हैं जो हम हमेशा इंप्रूव करने की कोशिश भी करते हैं और सीखते भी हैं। इसके बाद आम आदमी पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता का जो कॉन्फिडेंस था, जो हम जनता के बीच कहते थे, मैं कार्यकर्ताओं के बीच खड़ा होकर कहता था कि हम ईमानदारी की राजनीति करने आए हैं। कहीं ना कहीं किसी के मन में कहीं चलता होगा कि अभी आपके ऊपर केस चल रहा है। आज मैं अपने कार्यकर्ता की आंख में आंख डाल के जब कहूंगा या किसी और की आंख में आंख डाल के कहूंगा कि हम ईमानदारी की राजनीति करने आए और ईमानदारी से काम कर रहे हैं, मेरे अंदर का भरोसा और मजबूत होगा। आई थिंक ये एक भरोसा हमारा अपने काम पे, अपने रास्ते पे और बढ़ेगा। This is the only way, this is the only outcome of this verdict today.
Okay. Manish Sisodia, for joining me on this big day for you, your family, your party. I appreciate you taking the time off. Thank you so much. Manish Sisodia there joining me now. One of the men behind this entire case is Abhishek Manu Singhvi. He appeared, he was part of the team. There were other lawyers also like Rebecca John, Mr. Hariharan and others who were there defending the accused. And Abhishek Manu Singhvi, how do you react to those who say that this case discharge is different from acquittal? This is a discharge based on lack of evidence in the case. The CBI conducted a shoddy investigation. Witnesses were not good enough. And therefore, that's the reason, lack of evidence that has led to a discharge. It doesn't mean acquittal. That's the point the BJP is trying to hammer home today.
In the same sentence, I agree with them. And I also feel sorry at their lack of legal understanding. Let me explain why. The whole point is that discharge is a stage which is higher in favor of the accused than either acquittal or conviction. Discharge means that you, Rajdeep, have no case to answer. Discharge means that the case brought against you, the charge, the arop, the allegation against you is not good enough, strong enough, high enough, backed by sufficient evidence to deserve to go to charges framing and therefore to trial. So discharge is the highest form of acquittal for a accused and the lowest form of a slap in the face of the prosecution. But let me now explain to you very briefly. I know the time is short, but your viewers must know this. What happened was, will flow from one statement which many of you may not have read. It's a 600-page judgment. It's come today. I must read para 469, quote unquote. The case record reflects a premeditated and choreographed exercise with roles retrospectively assigned to suit a preconceived narrative, and finds it particularly disturbing that public servants were prosecuted solely on inadmissible hearsay attributed to an approver despite no material against them. Now, this is where the rub lies. What happened in this case was the design perfection by the BJP controlled agencies, who were obviously wanting preconceivedly to come to a result of a new design in criminal law, never in 75 years. This was the approver design of criminal prosecution, which is why this case fell down like a pack of cards. So you and I are accused, Rajdeep. You and I. I am the person they are after. They arrest you first. You are then kept behind bars. You are then not given bail. The government, the prosecutor, the agency vociferously opposes your bail on the record. Then, after 6 months of torture of you behind bars, you suddenly one fine morning magically become an approver. More magically, the very next day, on the record, the same prosecutor opposing your bail concedes bail to you. You come out and you start singing like a canary against me. And then I am the one supposedly charged only on the basis of approver evidence. Now, our forefathers were very wise, Rajdeep. Privy Council and Supreme Court forefathers. They are judgments which have this very evocative phrase. The lowest form of evidence is that of an approver. He's the cheapest, the most unreliable, because he's speaking in self-interest on a biased, conflicted role. So you can have approver evidence, but you must get circumstantial additional evidence to make a case. Here, what they did was they found it convenient. They had 2 or 3 approvers, and therefore they caught that, and that's why the case fell, because there was no other evidence. And I've just read to you a para of the judgment.
No. You see, but the question therefore arises. The question, Dr. Singhvi, that arises. I'm sorry to bring in your other hat. You're also, of course, a Congress MP.
I'm speaking here
your
as a
own
lawyer
party saying there's a deal. No, 1 minute. You can't. No, 1 minute. You are a lawyer, but you're also a politician. You must be asked that question. Then why is your party saying there's a deal between the government and... No, sir, I have gone through the order. If, as you're giving the detailed order, is there a belief that this order has been done in a manner to allow Mr. Kejriwal to get away? That's what your party is saying. Then why don't you explain to your party that this is purely on the basis of law?
Can I speak now, Rajdeep? I know that you would love this sensationalism. Please. I know that you would love to have these conflicts started.
No, it's not sensationalism.
You forget that from 2021, I've been appearing in the main liquor policy case when writs were filed to state. I've appeared for all the bails which these people got in the Supreme Court. I've appeared for the CBI cases and the ED cases. So I am speaking here not on the politics of it. I am speaking only on facts. The fact of the matter is a para I've read. The fact of the matter is that the approver model was perfected. The fact of the matter is that there is another para which says that you only used evidence by way of adjectives, overarching control and kingpin. That doesn't make you a guilty of a conspiracy. That's the word used for Kejriwal, overarching control and kingpin. Yes. But where is the evidence? Then again, they have again and again said that policy failure is not criminality. Making of profit is not illegality. Where is the quid pro quo? Now, the only sentence they plucked out in the judgment is a Magunta statement which says, go and meet Kavita. Yes. They say that you have to show some quid pro quo. Where is the movement of money? Where is the quid pro quo of that sentence? So therefore, these are hard facts. My point is a little different, Rajdeep. This happened because there is a great hurry to do something for these people, against these people, and therefore you moved fast without collecting circumstantial additional evidence. And therefore the court has come down heavily, and it also tells you a very important message.
So is the...
Far from screaming headlines, far from selective leaks to friendly newspapers, when the law's light shines, then you get to the hardcore facts.
No, no. In conclusion, therefore, I must ask you again, Dr. Singhvi, are you saying, therefore, because the CBI is now going in appeal to the higher court, they are saying there is certain material facts that
No,
the
that's a
present
very
court
important point.
has not accounted
must-
for while delivering the judgment. So
Correct.
the battle will go on. The legal battle will go on. It comes
No,
back
there's
to the
something there.
process
There's
being the
something there.
punishment in this country.
No. There's something there. You must know, and your viewers will be interested to know. Absolutely. The High Court can, in a final hearing, reverse this judgment. Just like the Supreme Court can reverse the High Court. But what is forgotten is,
Yes.
and again, you are not being told the correct law, that the law of the land in several Supreme Court judgments, the last one being 6 months old by a bench of Justice Oak. A discharge order should almost never ever be stayed. So a discharge order cannot normally in law be stayed unless there are some extraordinary circumstances. Now, you can therefore have to wait till you get a reversal from the High Court. Today, the status is that there is no case in law or fact which exists on pen or paper. None. Now, when and if and when the High Court reverses on a
Okay.
final hearing, there's no interim stay, normally 99.99% in a discharge case. That's what the law of the Supreme Court says.
Okay. Okay.
And also,
are you
in case you're
saying
interested-
also, therefore, the money laundering? Are you also saying that the money laundering case involving the ED also collapses as a result?
It has already collapsed. As you know, everybody agrees. That is why they are going to move the High Court quickly. Everybody agrees that there cannot be a superstructure without the foundation. The so-called predicate offense has been discharged today. No predicate offense, no ED.
Okay. Let me leave it there. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, you wear different hats, that of a politician, that of a lawyer. Maybe you should then ask your the political
only one
party you
hat.
belong to, why
Today
they
one hat.
continue. Yeah,
Today only one hat.
today you can wear one hat with it. Okay, I will hope that you will also wear your other hat and tell us in the future how you respond to your party saying it's a deal. But I thank you on that point. In fact, I want to turn to the politics. Is Kejriwal a victim of witch hunts? Are the central agencies being used to settle scores? Does the verdict expose holes in our legal system and our criminal justice system, particularly when it comes to high-profile political cases? Will Arvind Kejriwal's discharge boost the Aam Aadmi Party? Joining me now at the moment, Priyanka Kakkar is national spokesperson of AAP. Abhishek Dutt is national secretary of the Congress and a former MLA of Delhi. And Sanju Verma, national spokesperson BJP. Thank you all very much joining us. Sanju Verma, to you first. Do you concede that today the BJP or the Modi government, according to Manish Sisodia and others, has been thoroughly exposed for weaponizing central agencies to target their political opponents? That therefore, there is much that the center and the CBI have to answer in the manner that they prosecute cases against their political opponents?
Let's get one thing very clear. When Arvind Kejriwal is arrested, people say, oh, CBI and ED are handmaidens of the BJP. When Manish Sisodia is arrested, democracy khatre mein hai. Today that Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia have not been acquitted. There's a discharge order in their favor. Still, I will say pity media, not Godi media. What do they say? Do you think the CBI, showed lapses in judgment? Do you think that the Modi government could have done a better job in terms of nailing the corrupt? I will just say this picture abhi baki hai. And let me say one thing. I was listening to a very interesting interview with Abhishek Manu Singhvi. In August 2022, the same Arvind Kejriwal dispensation revoked its liquor policy, which it had implemented only in October 2021, within a few months. Why did it do so? The CAG is a constitutional body under Article 148 of the Constitution, and it says that the liquor policy under Kejriwal led to a scam of more than 2,000 crores. Why should I not believe a constitutional body like the CAG? And the other very important point is this. Can I finish, please?
Ms. Sanju Verma, have you read that there are stinging observations by the court today against the way the CBI functioned? Now, when the UPA was in... No, 1 minute. When the UPA was in power, the word used by the courts was caged parrot for the CBI. What do we understand about the CBI in the Modi regime? Is it being used simply to target political opponents along with the enforcement directorate? I mean, are we saying, you're saying that he's only been discharged, not acquitted. The fact is, he's being discharged because the CBI couldn't show any evidence. There was a clear attempt. He was arrested just before the elections. Surely, there will be questions that your party will have to answer and the government will have to answer.
You know, Rajdeep, when you ask a question, at least show the patience to listen to my response. The moment I start speaking, you interject. And you do this repeatedly. When Kejriwal is arrested, democracy khatre mein hai. When Kejriwal is discharged, democracy khatre mein hai. When Manish Sisodia is arrested, CBI is BJP's handmaiden. When Manish Sisodia is out on bail, tab bhi संविधान खतरे में है. So basically, चाहे केजरीवाल, मनीष सिसोदिया, so on and so forth, ये arrest हो या इन्हें रिहाई मिले, Rajdeep Sardesai will always try and undermine the credibility of India's institutional framework, and I take strong objection to that. I repeat, the CBI has decided to
Okay, I've heard.
The lower court
I've heard you, ma'am. I have two other
and
guests.
final point.
Rajdeep Sardesai, it discomforts you because Rajdeep Sardesai asks the inconvenient questions that other anchors don't. And I will continue to ask them.
Abhishek.
You will not bulldoze me on this program, ma'am. But no, please let the other panelists answer. Abhishek Dutt. No, 1 minute. Abhishek Dutt, the Congress party, very interestingly, is claiming this is a deal between the BJP and Kejriwal. I mean, what is the evidence that you have? And Mr. Kejriwal says if he has a deal with the BJP, tomorrow they can say the Gandhi family has a deal with Modi because they have cases against them, but nobody arrests them. I mean, the Congress party, you heard Abhishek Manu Singhvi, your own congressman, who has appeared for Kejriwal saying the case had no basis. And yet you are saying there's a deal.
I heard Mr. Manu Singhvi also saying that's his own professional matter. So he didn't comment on the political side. Rajiv, just two things. I was listening to Mr. Manish Sisodia's interview with you.
No, what is the evidence of the deal? You have, Mr. Abhishek Dutt, you must answer. What is the evidence you have of a deal between BJP and Kejriwal?
I will give you a very simple deal. If you remember during the Haryana state election, Aam Aadmi Party was part of the India Alliance. And at that time, we had decided to give 5 seats to Arvind Kejriwal ji to fight in Haryana. All of a sudden, on 13 September 2024, Arvind Kejriwal ji gets the bail from the court. And it was a shock to everyone. The moment he came out, instead of being part of the India Alliance, he decided to go and fight elections in Haryana on their own. In Haryana, Arvind Kejriwal's party got 1.79 vote%. Bharatiya Janata Party got 39.94 and Congress got 39% vote share. We lost by 0.94. I want to ask the Aam Aadmi Party, when they were part of the India Alliance, when we had decided together that we'll be fighting Haryana elections together, what was the pressure on Arvind Kejriwal to go and fight alone in Haryana and to make BJP win? And it is not only in Haryana. You look at the results of Goa election. You look at the results of Uttarakhand elections. Wherever Arvind Kejriwal is contesting an election, the biggest beneficiary of that is Bharatiya Janata Party. And I'm not saying this. These are facts.
No, but he's entitled to fight. Mr. Dutt, Arvind Kejriwal claims that the Congress was not willing because you thought you were so certain of winning Haryana, you did not reach out to him in an effective manner. Either way, he's running a political party. He's not running some ashram that he will be there to benefit Congress party. If you can't fight an election properly, why blame Arvind Kejriwal? For 30 years, you cannot defeat the BJP in Gujarat.
I will tell you something very simple on facts. Arvind Kejriwal came into politics in 2013. And this whole emotional story by Mr. Manish Sisodia is completely contradictory to the stand of Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party came in with a very clear stand of Swaraj, right to recall and Lokpal. And that is how this party came into existence. And even the first list of corrupt leaders that Mr. Kejriwal had issued in 2013, there was only one name of Bharatiya Janata Party leader. Rest he called Akhilesh Yadav, a very big criminal. He called Kapil Sibal, Sheila Dikshit. He named everyone. Was he not targeting the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders at that time? He never took the name of people from Bharatiya Janata Party. The whole concept is very clear. You stand and BJP wins. And you come out at the mercy of Bharatiya Janata Party. And Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is not the only one having criminal cases against him.
No, are you saying he's not? No. I will ask you one last time.
I will complete.
Are you saying that Arvind Kejriwal is not entitled to contest election? No, Mr. Dutt, are you saying Arvind Kejriwal is not entitled to contest elections? If you, it seems as if the Congress believes they are the only opposition party in the country.
No, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is definitely entitled to fight elections, but not by giving wrong affidavit to the people in this country. Mr. Kejriwal can't do convenience politics. Rahul Gandhi has got more cases against, in terms of comparison, Mr. Gandhi has much more criminal cases against him. He's not standing and crying in front of Bharatiya Janata Party. He doesn't give fake affidavit to the people of this country that you please make me an MLA. I will not take a car. You make me a chief minister. I will not take a bungalow. Tell me the stand on Sheesh Mahal. Arvind Kejriwal gave a statement. He gave a written affidavit to the people of Delhi that he will not take a bungalow. He will not take a security. He will not take a red light security cars. He compromised on everything. Did people of Delhi ask him to take this?
Okay.
And they talk about education today.
Okay,
Education was never. And last line, Rajiv, last line. I want to ask Sanju Verma ji from Bharatiya Janata Party, in case she feels liquor scam was created by Arvind Kejriwal, why did the then LG from Bharatiya Janata Party clear the file? The file was cleared by the Delhi LG. That is what it came into a law. Does she have an answer for that?
Can I, Rajdeep?
Okay. I will go 1 minute, Sanju Verma. First, Priyanka Kakkar is listening. Priyanka Kakkar, you see, there are credibility questions that will still swirl around Arvind Kejriwal. One example was given just now, a couple of examples given by Abhishek that I will not take an official car, I will not have an official bungalow. Those still remain on the table. Yes, you've been discharged. Yes, it's a big day for the Aam Aadmi Party. But according to Abhishek Dutt, Arvind Kejriwal no longer retains the credibility that he once had. Do you believe that you still have a long fight ahead to retain your credibility? One discharge is not going to change some of the perceptions that have been built.
I think, Rajdeep firstly, I think that these are the arguments which has led to the complete collapse of Congress and the current situation that Congress finds itself currently in. There was no Arvind Kejriwal stopping them in Bihar that they scored only 1 seat higher than the MIM. But today I really want to speak about the BJP and how they misuse the agencies, how they can't be let go. They can't score scot-free. You ruined somebody's reputation over and over. Imagine their pettiness that they even refused insulin to Arvind Kejriwal while he was in jail on these fabricated allegations which could not stand in the court at all. And let me also tell you one more very interesting thing why BJP should be prosecuted. In the example that Dr. Singhvi gave you about you and him being implicated in a false case, if you turned a prover in that example, you also pay 60 crores. You also pay 60 crore to the BJP and then turn a prover, and then I'm getting a lot of voice interruption in between. You pay 60 crores to the BJP and then you get a bail and then you come out and you turn a approver. So I don't know what part was not audible. I'll repeat what I said. I said in the example that Dr. Singhvi gave you, where you and him are implicated in a case.
I've heard you.
Okay.
I've heard you. Let me take that to Sanju Verma.
Okay.
Sanju Verma, you see, this entire case was based, Sanju Verma was based on the so-called approvers. And many believe that these were the same so-called approvers who then also gave election bond money to the BJP. It was all very convenient. Whether Arvind Kejriwal and his party took money for the Goa elections of 2022, investigations have to reveal that. So far, the court seems to suggest they have no prima facie evidence. But the truth is, the approver, the so-called approver on which Arvind Kejriwal was being prosecuted, was giving electoral bonds to your party soon after. दाल में तो कुछ काला है या पूरी दाल आपकी काली है. BJP today only, washing machine of the BJP, Sunetra Pawar and the late Ajit Pawar have been suddenly exonerated in the MSAB case. Why? Because they switched sides. You are being called the party of washing machine. Join the BJP,
Rajdeep,
sab dhul jata hai. You use approvers and get electoral bonds from them.
Rajdeep, please behave like a journalist and stop making reckless allegations at the BJP. Instead of asking questions, you have the shameless audacity
Hard
to
fact.
making allegations at the BJP.
No, please tell me what is my fact wrong. Which fact of mine is wrong? Today I will not let you go so easily. Please tell me which fact of mine is speculative. I'm giving you hard facts. The approver in this case also got electoral bonds to the BJP. Please tell me if that's false. Sunetra Pawar, Ajit Pawar, 25,000 MSAB scam. Case closed.
Do you have
Please
the
tell
patience
me.
to listen? So keep quiet. I will not allow you to bulldoze me today.
You will not make personal accusations against me anymore. Do not make personal accusations against me.
Let me speak, I said, keep quiet. First and foremost.
Please go ahead.
Let me tell you.
Please go ahead.
Yes, no, please don't interject. I will speak if you allow me 2 minutes without interjecting.
Please
then
do.
you can say
Please do now.
Thank you.
Please
yes,
do.
Please. Shant ho
Please do.
jaiye. You are a seasoned journalist. You are not a TV panelist. Thank you. Now let me say one thing. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, if you are listening, what did he say on your show? His last, there is no predicate offense, so the ED case automatically gets dismissed. Who says there is no predicate offense? Yes, the predicate offense is very much there, so the ED charge sheet does not automatically collapse. Point number one. Point number two, the current CJI, Mr. Suryakant, was that time a judge in the Supreme Court, and in August 2024, he rebutted Abhishek Manu Singhvi and said, no, sir, section 41A of the Criminal Procedure Act of 1973 was not violated when Arvind Kejriwal was arrested. So please do your homework. Arvind Kejriwal ke samarthan mein jab Abhishek Manu Singhvi Supreme Court gaye the, Singhvi was given a rap on the knuckles. Point number 3, and very importantly, breach of trust, criminal conspiracy, kingpin of the conspiracy, linchpin of the conspiracy, used his overarching authority to violate the rule, instrumental in the conspiracy. These were adjectives and phrases
all thrown
used
into a dustbin today.
1 minute.
Madam, all thrown into the dustbin today. All these phrases have been thrown into the dustbin today.
You getting so
No, you cannot put false words. All these words have been rejected. These are the precise words you used, and your Godi media amplified them. You use the media to amplify these words. That's the reality.
You are not a Rajdeep. Okay, tell me one thing. Forget you and me. Hypothetical situation. Many times you've asked me questions. Today, let me take the leaf out of your book. Kal maan lo, CBI ne jo kaha hai, we will challenge the lower court in the Delhi High Court. And if the Delhi High Court overturns the verdict of Jitender Singh of the lower court and said Kejriwal is culpable, will Rajdeep Sardesai then say that the CBI is doing a great job and BJP is doing a great job? Rajdeep Sardesai, you belong to that party. You will always find faults with the BJP because you allow your ideological
okay. Now again, personal attack, producer. Yeah, you have every right to go on facts, not on personal. Fader down. Truth of the matter is, I've listened to all sides today, and truth of the matter is, while Sanju Verma is ranting against me, Abhishek Dutt is ranting against Arvind Kejriwal, and Priyanka Kakkar is claiming victory. We, at the moment on the news, have to go with what happened today. Whether there's a deal or no deal, all this will be decided in the future. Truth of the matter is, this is a stinging order. And I want to turn, therefore, on this day to my take. And please listen very carefully to my take. The stinging observations of the lower court while discharging Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia and other AAP leaders in the alleged liquor scam is an indictment of the CBI and the centre. Kejriwal and Sisodia spent lengthy periods in jail, their reputations destroyed, their party marginalized. Who will be held accountable now, I ask? Some junior CBI official, or those who have weaponized the agencies in this country to intimidate their political opponents or use them as a washing machine? Yes, the process of law is not over. The CBI will and can go and appeal to the higher courts. But don't forget, my friends, one basic rule of India's criminal justice system. The process in this country is the punishment. Should it really have taken 4 years to decide that there was no solid case against the accused? Whether Mr. Kejriwal's politics revives or not is hard to tell. One is not a soothsayer. But what can be said with certitude is this, and listen carefully. High-profile investigations in this country lack investigative rigor or are politically driven by vindictive politics, where prosecution and perception often race ahead of proof. You want to hear that again? High-profile investigations in this country lack investigative rigor and are often driven by vindictive politics, where prosecution and perception often race ahead of proof. Think about it. Let's take a break at this point. When we return, just about time to give you some of the day's other top stories. You're watching the news today, the one primetime show that asks the inconvenient questions of those in power. Let's turn to tonight's ground report, which comes from Punjab, where the Gurdaspur case, where on the border 2 Punjab Police personnel were killed, has now seen a major breakthrough, with the Punjab Police arresting a 3rd accused. But even as the investigators claim the case is cracked, questions are now being raised over the encounter killing of one of the accused, 19-year-old Rajdeep Singh. Tonight's ground report comes from Gurdaspur.
Two Punjab police personnel were found dead on the 22nd of February at a border outpost in Gurdaspur. Police claim preliminary investigation shows that the attack was carried out at the behest of Pakistan's ISI for 20,000 rupees. According to the police, 3 youths were involved in the murder. Of them, 19-year-old Rajdeep Singh was killed in an encounter on Wednesday, while Dilawar Singh and Inderjit Singh have been arrested. But the encounter killing of Rajdeep Singh has now sparked controversy. His family alleges that he was picked up from home and later shown dead in a staged encounter. They've demanded CCTV proof and strict action against the officials involved.
ਗਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਕੈਮਰਾ, ਫਿਰ ਜਿੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੜਦੇ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੈਮਰਾ, ਫਿਰ ਅਗਲੇ ਬੰਨੇ ਕੈਮਰਾ, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਦੇ 5-6 ਕੈਮਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਤੋੜ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਉਦੋਂ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ।
4 ਵਜੇ ਖੜਿਆ, 4 ਵਜੇ ਤਿੰਨ ਜਾਣੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਆਏ, 3 ਜਾਣੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਹੀ ਆ, ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਓ, ਮੈਂ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ, ਮੈਂ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਨੂੰ ਸੱਦਣ ਡਏ ਆ। ਕੀ ਕਰਾਂ, ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ।
Arrested accused Dilawar Singh has now claimed that the cops were killed by the other two, Inderjit and Ranjit Singh.
We are in Gurdaspur, Purana Shala village, and this is the place where encounter of Ranjit, who's a 19-year-old, allegedly accused in killing of 2 policemen. His encounter has taken place, and this white marking that you see is the crime scene that has been created by the police. But there are several facts and questions that are on part of police, which is yet to answer, and police has termed it a poetic justice.
The Shiromani Akali Dal has raised questions over declaring guilt without trial and has sought a CBI inquiry to ensure accountability and fairness.
ਜੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਸੱਚੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਭਾਈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਸੀਸੀਟੀਵੀ ਕੈਮਰੇ, ਡੀਵੀਆਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਗੇੜਾ ਕਢਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਊਂਗਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਤੱਕ ਦੇ ਕੈਮਰੇ ਪੱਟ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਗਏ ਆ। ਇੰਡੀਪੈਂਡੈਂਟ ਪੀਜੀਆਈ ਜਾਂ ਏਮਸ ਦੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਬੋਰਡ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਇਨਕੁਆਇਰੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਸੱਚਾਈ ਫੇਰ ਆਊਗੀ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ, ਫੇਰ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸੀਬੀਆਈ ਇਨਕੁਆਇਰੀ ਹੋਵੇ।
Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has backed the action, saying that Pakistan was behind the attack.
ਜੋ ਗੁਰਦਾਸਪੁਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘਟਨਾ ਹੋਈ ਸੀ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 2 ਸਾਡੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜਵਾਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦੇ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲਿੰਕ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਨਾਲ, ਉਹਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਨੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਹਿਸ਼ਤ ਫੈਲਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਡਰਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ 3 ਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ 'ਚ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਪਟਾਰਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ।
With Punjab heading into elections in the next 10 months, law and order has emerged as a key political flashpoint. Gang wars, targeted killings and encounter controversies have intensified debate over the state's security framework. With Aman Bharadwaj, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's end tonight and go into the weekend with a slightly happier image. Bengaluru has been in the news for all the wrong reasons in recent times. Potholed roads, construction over lakes, and of course the notorious traffic. But I want to give you a happier image from Bengaluru, because the Silicon City has turned pink. That's right, overnight the streets have turned magically pink, and for a few fleeting weeks the entire neighborhood are dusted with those pink colored trees. Balconies doubling up as viewing decks, morning walkers slowing their pace. Even the famously chaotic Silk Board Junction is looking almost poetic. Bengaluru is not a bad place to be in at this time of the year. That's the image I leave you with. Thanks for watching. You stay well, stay safe. Good night, Shubhratri. Jai Hind. Namaskar.